Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw demo. This is the RE4 Remake demo, and I'm very much so looking forward to speaking about it with you all here today. I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings and just gush a little bit about this, so please just sit back, relax, enjoy, and let the warm memories flow over you. I want to just get some technical stuff out of the way right at the beginning. I played this on my PlayStation 5. I decided to go with fidelity mode to see if there were any major frame drops, and I didn't notice anything crazy through my playthrough. I'm also recording in 4K and playing in 4K for your viewing pleasure. Resident Evil 4, for those of you that have not seen this channel, or maybe you haven't heard me talk, hello, welcome. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I was so addicted to the Resident Evil series that when Resident Evil 4 came out, I was super skeptical that it was even going to be fun, because based off of everything that we were seeing, it looked more action-oriented. It just didn't seem like it was going to fit well with the series, and boy was I wrong. This thing blew me away from day one. Absolutely loved my time with it, and it's really hard to put into words what I'm currently feeling while playing this game. As an adult with a child of my own, and being able to see these areas in full context of what maybe the developers couldn't do back in the day, and just seeing the scope of the demo gets me so stoked for the remainder of this game. It's beautiful, man. It's fucking beautiful. I cannot tell you how happy I am from the gameplay scenarios that we've been put into, the enemy types, the weapon feeling, the quick turns, the sprinting, the crouch walking, the stealth mechanics. Everything feels exactly as it should. It feels like it should have always been this way. And I know it might sound kind of weird giving it such high praise for it just being like a 15-minute demo, but admittedly, I've played enough to understand that the rest of this game is going to be a masterpiece. It only takes the introduction to know what you're going to be running into. We still haven't been able to see the merchant. We haven't been able to see any of the big boss battles. We haven't been able to see the journey leading to the castle. It's really all going to be such an amazing time, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm so fucking emotional about this. I can't even tell you. But okay, let's talk a little bit about the gameplay, shall we? Gameplay felt really smooth. Playing in fidelity mode once again, I was kind of wondering if there'd be any hiccups or frame drops or anything like that. I really didn't notice much. Enemies look beautiful. It's exactly as I expect. They're pretty powerful though. Some enemies don't really act the same way as they did in the original Resident Evil 4. I guess that's to be expected though with the upgraded RE engine, and of course just playing it in a modern day situation. And speaking of modernizing gameplay, there was one aspect of the demo that I honestly wasn't really a big fan of, and that is the way the knife acts. I know that you can get multiple knives in the full game. I know that you can upgrade the knife through the merchant, but the way it was set up during the demo, it just seems like you can't really utilize it like you would normally utilize it in Resident Evil 4, if that makes sense. Normally you knock an enemy down, you run up to him, you start slashing and swiping and slashing, and you just take him out that way to conserve ammunition. Well, now you need to conserve ammunition, and on top of that, conserve your knife, because it can break over time. There's a durability meter, and that durability will go up when you actually upgrade it, but you can't do that during the demo, at least not to my knowledge. There might be some Easter eggs or something that allows you to do that, but I have not personally seen that just yet. But on the other side of the coin, I do like the knife because you can use the new parry mechanic. You're able to actually parry the chainsaw from Dr. Salvador. You can actually parry things that are being thrown at you like axes. You can parry enemies that are swiping at you. This is really cool in so many different aspects, but hopefully there is some sort of exclusive upgrade that you can get that allows you to have an unlimited knife, or some sort of cheat or something at the end of the game after you beat it through once. Then maybe you'll be able to unlock it, or special knives, or anything else, you know, special that they want to throw in there after beating the game once. I want to talk a little bit about the village section, because this area is so large, there's so much to explore, but the action is where things really get tense, because for so many different areas that exist through Resident Evil 4, whether you want to bring up the intro to the castle, or whether you want to bring up the intro to the island, or even just the island military base that you need to go through with the support from Mike the chopper pilot, there are tons of areas where there are many enemies that can come at you. And the village is your first taste of what multi-tiered combat is going to be like. And what I mean by that is managing your reloads, managing your weapons, managing your inventory, while simultaneously managing the enemies that are coming at you, jumping through windows, making sure you're not getting boxed in, making sure that Dr. Salvador is not going to come and get you in 2 seconds. There's so much that goes into the combat versus the original Resident Evil 4. And if you thought the OG was a little bit tense at times, wait till you actually get to that village for the first time, because this is one of those situations that even took me off guard. When I first saw just how quickly Leon can sprint, that really took me off guard. I was not expecting that. But not only that, the enemies can run just as fast. So things are happening at a fast pace, way faster than any other Resident Evil game I think I've ever played, ever. So in this case, they are once again bringing that fast, frenetic action to Resident Evil 4, separating it from the previous Resident Evil remakes. This is much, much faster, in my opinion. But not only that, it doesn't end there, because there's actually multiple reasons to replay the demo. Once you play through the demo a couple of times, you can unlock a secret mode called Mad Chainsaw Mode. And you can either accept to play that, or you can decline to play that. If you choose to go forward, Mad Chainsaw Mode is actually quite a challenge. It will spawn more enemies than you're used to seeing if you've run through the demo once on normal difficulty. It will actually cause enemies to do more damage to you. And if you manage to make it to the village, you're going to be greeted with a super Salvador of sorts. And man, this is tough, because I noticed that you can't really stun enemies that easy in Mad Chainsaw Mode either. So definitely a challenge if you wanted to try that, though. I think the demo worked really well. One thing that really impressed me about the village area as well is once the bell starts ringing, it doesn't just cut to a cutscene where the bell starts ringing. The bell will actually begin in the middle of gameplay, giving you a chance to see it from your perspective. The enemies just drop everything they're doing and they turn towards the church and they listen to the bell ringing. And that's where the cutscene kicks in. Everyone just leaves the village, and Leon's just left wondering, did everybody go to bingo? I'm so glad that they kept that line in. It does get me excited for the future. I'm really stoked to see what other corny one-liners they managed to leave in here. And not only that, I can't wait to see how the story shapes out, man. It's like, it's playing a game all over again that you're familiar with, but at the same time, it's unfamiliar territory because you're going in different directions in certain cases. You're doing different things. They're explaining the story a little bit different. And not only that, that's another thing that I really enjoyed about the demo, is the intro cutscene where you're being explained what Leon did over the past 6 years since Raccoon City. It's cool to see him sparring with Krauser, getting to know the president as a Secret Service agent, and just kind of rising through the ranks, going from a rookie police officer and in 6 years becoming one of the biggest special agents in American history, essentially. So Leon is such a badass, man. I can't wait, man. I can't. I think that this is such a good game. But there was something unfortunate that happened, and I'm going to share the story here at the end of the video for anybody that cares. But Resident Evil is a game that I like getting the collector's edition for. And unfortunately, every time Capcom releases a collector's edition, they do it exclusively through GameStop, and I will never understand why. So back, I told this story a few years back, but with the Resident Evil 3 collector's edition, my pre-order ended up getting canceled last minute, and I didn't know why, and I couldn't figure it out. And GameStop did nothing to help me, and I was never actually able to get Resident Evil 3 Remake in the collector's edition without needing to pay some sort of huge price on eBay of a reseller. So when Resident Evil 4 was announced for pre-order and the collector's edition went up, I was there the second. I was there probably within under 30 seconds, realistically, to pre-order the collector's edition, and I did that the very day it went live, within the very minute it went live, and GameStop still For the second Resident Evil game collector's edition in a row, they still canceled my order and said that it was due to inventory problems. They don't have enough inventory. And I guess the sad part is, like, I went into it thinking that. I even told my wife, I'm like, what are the chances that they end up canceling this pre-order too? And she's like, no, there's no way that they would do that again. And here we are, they did it again. So GameStop, I'm not giving you a third strike. I'm not going to use your company anymore. I'm not going to give you any more of my money. I am not going to recommend your company to anybody. I am not going to mention your company here on forward. I'm not going to say anything other than I have had horrible experiences, not only with your customer service, but also with your company. How is it that you're going to be the exclusive retailer for collector's editions and people that get in within 30 seconds are then just, nope, there's no inventory? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So fuck you, GameStop, suck a dick. But anyway, I'm very happy about the Resident Evil 4 remake demo. I think it was very beautiful, and I'm looking forward to playing the full game when it eventually comes out in just a couple of weeks. And I will be doing a full playthrough right here on the channel, but I want to let you all know that very similar to my previous Resident Evil 4 VR playthrough and even Resident Evil 4 playthrough before that one, I'm going to be playing it super casually. I'm going to be exploring every nook and cranny. I'm going to be trying to just completely immerse myself into this universe, and that's how my playthrough is going to come off as. I'm not going to be speedrunning it. It's probably going to be long. It might be like 50 hours long. I don't even care, man. Like, I'm looking forward to this game. I fully want to invest into it, and I will have a playthrough going up here on the second channel. With that said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this commentary and of course the Resident Evil 4 remake demo, do me a favor, drop a like on this video, subscribe for more coming very soon, and don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay notified and up to date on when my videos come out right here on the second channel. As for live streams, stay tuned. I'm still trying to work that out here because, as you all know, I had a nice little streak of live streams and it just kind of fell apart when I got really sick, and I want to try to get back on that, and if not, at least get back on the upload streaks and get you guys some content here. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.